Are you ready? You think you could tell us what to do? You think you could tell us what to wear?
This episode is brought to you by AnalyzeMyBJJ.com. AnalyzeMyBJJ.com offers a rotating schedule of top-level athletes and coaches that will break down your fight or training videos and reply to you within a reasonable amount of time. You will receive a full written or video breakdown responses, which includes positive, problem areas, what to work on, possible drills, techniques to add. You can find them at AnalyzeMyBJJ.com, or you can go to lrtlk.com, click on the sponsor page, and click on the banner, and it'll take you straight to their website. Again, AnalyzeMyBJJ.com.
Oh, you see where my
So you
brain's
didn't
at.
think that DC was ready at all then?
What are you talking about, man? He was super ready until it came to talking shit.
You're so full of shit right now.
So full
He
of
was
shit.
really ready on the
Dude,
talking shit
he
too.
probably had a training camp for talking shit for this fight.
You didn't watch the fight, bro.
Who would be in the training camp for that?
McGregor.
For sure. I mean, duh.
He obviously
Who
hired
else?
someone out that analyzes every bit of McGregor's shit talk.
So
AnalyzeMyBJJ.com.
so it'd be like Chael Sonnen, Conor
Yes,
McGregor.
Chael
Who would you
McGregor.
want your shit talking? I tell you who I don't want. Tito
Joe
Ortiz.
What?
Tito Ortiz.
Tito Ortiz probably got the worst
The
shit
worst shit talking.
Yeah, but he's Cyborg's water boy now.
Yeah, he is. And
He's one of the coaches.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, I've seen their training camps together.
Well, he was, and that's what was funny. He was caged. He was inner corner last night. So I was like, damn, I wonder if Dana knows he's even in the arena.
Right? He's in the building. Get him out. I don't want to see his face.
Fuck that
His big old head.
I missed the.
He has a big old head.
hair
He
thing.
does.
Yeah, he's got a huge melon. That's what she said.
Hey,
Oh. So
Too
steroids.
And that's like not just steroids, but that's like abuse of steroids, right? Generally, if they're
He was
your
a
brain
muscle
growth.
form
he put
supplements.
synthol in
Relax.
his brain.
Serotonin in his brain.
Bless you, Carla.
So, hey, we got Carla with us.
Yeah.
She has
Shout
little,
out
yeah, there my voice.
So
Hi.
speaking of Jones and Cormier and all that shit, Jones did an interview where he was talking about how all the shit talk from DC was getting to him about his steroid use. Basically, DC was going around in every interview that he could
Every
possibly,
chance he had.
every moment that he could to say he's a cheater, he's on steroids, and what is that? Are you trying to play something?
No.
Oh, okay. So he was a little butthurt about the allegations that DC was making.
It's a little too late for it to bother him, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was like, you want to know how to not have that bother you?
don't take
do steroids.
yeah. Don't take no blue pills, man.
Yeah, he like Art was saying it last week best. He was just trying to put that twist at the end of the punch.
Yeah.
I think I got that from John Jones.
Oh, is that what he was?
Yeah, John Jones. Or
Yeah, he was.
Joe Rogan's
that's what he
like,
said on
so man,
Rogan's.
you're a young, athletic, virile guy. Why would you use dick pills? He's like, it's like adding the twist at the end of the punch. I thought that was so funny. What a great, like, he thought about that. He's like, why would I say that? Oh yeah, what do I say when somebody asks me why I was taking that? It's like, that kind of makes sense.
Just trying to make more babies.
He's already got like 10.
Dude.
What does he need?
Well,
Another
he's trying
one?
to get a girl, he said, because he has nothing but boys, I think.
That's
Or is
not-
it
I thought he had nothing but girls.
Yeah, okay, there you go, nothing but girls. And then, like, he talked with Joe Rogan, says when he has a boy, he's done.
Dude, don't do that. I've got friends who've played that game. We'll just keep going until we have a boy. 7 girls later. It's like, wow, guy.
10.5 gators.
Yeah, you sure you want to still keep doing this?
Screw it, make a basketball team.
Yeah.
The cool thing about this fight was that at the end of the fight, Jones, went up to DC.
tried to.
Yeah,
He did. Yeah,
He kissed him on the dome,
Yeah.
and basically said, a lot of people should be more like DC, including myself. He's a great coach. He's a great teammate, great husband, great father. So I think it showed a level of maturity that we haven't seen from Jones in a while. Just because this whole shit was so explosive between the two
Yeah.
of them.
I hope he's like legit with that.
I don't think he is.
Do you have any?
No, I don't know. I think maybe like in the end, like when you're fighting someone and you're really kind of putting all that stuff out there, like you have like a sense of relief when it's over, It's just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the argument was before because It's all out on the table now. You got your beef out. You know what I mean? You can move on from that, right?
Well, I mean,
There was a climax. There was a
is there?
climax. There was a finish. So you're like, okay, so I finally beat you. This settles all this shit. Yeah, we were talking shit to each other, but that's the game. That's part of the sport. You know what I mean? We got to promote ourselves some way or another. They just legit, from what I see, really didn't like each other. Like legitimately didn't like each other.
Well, I mean, I think the rivalry is dead by now.
I hope it is.
Because you lost both fights.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there? There's not going to be a rubber match. There's no need for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do hope that Jones is truthful with his comments and all that. But at the same time, you're still in the back of your head.
No,
USADA can come in next week.
I was saying, don't piss hot. Don't piss hot.
Listen.
Yeah, that would be that would be the end.
Took dick pills again. And that's a no-no.
It's like they're so addicting.
It feels really good how it is when you do a little jerk and turk, man.
Jerk and turk?
Jerk and turk.
What's the turk? Is that like a pop at the top?
It's like the little twist of the punch, man.
Whoa. Jerk and turk.
Whoa.
Jerk and twerk.
Oh.
Bum, bum, bum,
Slap
bum.
himself with it, you know?
You want to build up your twerk game, your dick twerk game? Heavy rags, man. Make them wet. Hang them on top.
Whoa.
Flex them, bitches. What, am I the only one?
I guess.
Or you try to do it. See how many cock lifts you can do.
I've never heard of that shit before in my
Man.
life.
That's how you strengthen up
I'm
your
in a
game.
fight with my penis.
How'd you get it so big? I work out.
I jelk it, man.
Is that like pull-ups for the penis?
Yes.
Yeah.
You make it all veiny
Dick
and
ups.
stuff.
Well, you
Curls.
you start with one rag and you start pumping it, and then once that becomes pretty easy, add a second rag.
Oh, I just do towels. I thought we were.
Oh.
And we're
Well,
talking
I'm a
about
heavy- I'm a
penises, not our heads.
Yeah, I'm a heavyweight.
I'm a heavyweight.
So does that mean that your stuff lifts more?
Shoot
One
that
cock
boy.
push up, keep anybody away.
I think that'd be a funny, under the funny porn category
What?
competition.
It's
Dick
like-
push-ups?
It's exercise. Yeah, for sure.
Is that an actual
So
category?
if you walked in the bathroom, Miguel's like, count them out. 7,
Carla,
8,
let me get my
Nine.
ribs out.
10.
Let me get
She
my
was like,
ribs out,
he's trying to impress
I
me
like
later.
that. I would laugh and leave.
Well, I guess.
But what if he had 7 wet rags on it?
Wet
It was
wet
piled
towels.
up. You're like,
They're
dang.
just drenched. I'm like,
Well,
oh.
if you look in the back, it looks like Chris has got a box of rags back there.
Yeah.
It does say rags.
This man's
Does say
training
rags.
hard.
Yeah.
See, he has Rocky music anthem in the back. Dun 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 dun, and he's like,
He calls
flexing
it
hard.
fine.
And you just see the Rocky montage, but it's him with his penis versus the Russian.
Just
Now listen.
Like somewhere over in Russia, there's a Russian guy doing it, but with
High tech stuff, right? High tech.
no, he's not using rags. He's using bear pelts and shit. You know what I mean? So it's using high tech bear pelts.
He doesn't listen to Rocky music. He listens to classical music. We came into the locker room earlier, and he was listening to classical music.
He likes
And
to,
I'm still surprised that this is such a
he likes to listen to it when he works.
It's like elevator
Makes you
music.
smarter.
no elevator music's horrible. Elevator music's horrible. Classical music is good.
I was
It's
just
classical.
shocked, you know?
Say no,
I
whatever.
mean, I'm a man of many tastes.
You know, he-
John
you like
Legend's-
dick? Coke?
No, don't like that
I'm
taste.
just checking.
Not that kind of taste.
Not that kind of taste.
I was just checking. Because apparently Usher's been leaving bad dick taste in somebody else's mouth.
That's the taste of herpes.
Gotta let it burn.
Taste of herpes.
You know, Confessions Part 3 is Usher saying that he has herpes.
confession.
You know, it's...
So he's 80% of the other population.
Dude. You know,
Is that what the number is of people that have herpes?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And 80% of them that do have it don't even know it.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't pop up all the time, apparently.
No shit. So I guess the
And
only
there's a
time
bunch
you
of different
really-
strains. There's a bunch of different strains. If you ever get canker
Yeah, I know this
sores.
into cold sores.
Not cold sores, but just canker sores. You know what I'm talking about? In your mouth?
Yeah, in your mouth, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
a type of
this
herpes.
I don't know.
No, inside your mouth.
Oh, okay.
If you get
Never
canker
mind.
sores.
I'm good.
That's the type of herpes. There's a skin infection that's a virus that's called herpes gladiatorium. A lot of wrestlers get that. It's a virus. They're like, oh, it's not there's a stigma behind herpes because of the STD factor of it, because you can get it from sex, which is a very scary thing. But you can get herpes not having sex. Matter of fact, most people get herpes on the lips and cold sores from when they're babies. You're like, wow,
They
is this
know
baby?
got herpes.
Other people kissing them.
It's their aunties, uncles, family, friends, kissing
man.
their
You heard
babies
about
and stuff like that.
baby?
What baby?
All right, so a baby died because it got staph, At his parents' wedding, a few days later, the baby died from staph. This was like this
Jesus.
past week, man.
Well, there's
A
been
lot of times babies do because they have a compromised immune system anyways, and
Yeah.
like sometimes they'll get like diaper rashes, they'll have open sores or something like that, and it's easy for them to get infections.
Well, there's been some cases with the in the Jewish up in New York. I've seen some stories of the Jewish guys that do the circumcision,
Oh,
you know, and then
dude.
they suck the blood,
Yeah.
you know, with their mouth and wound up giving.
Suck the blood with the
Get
mouth.
out of
Yeah,
here.
kinda-
you haven't seen this seriously.
Well, I mean, I've done
Wait, wait.
circumcisions before and never sucked the blood with my mouth.
No, that's a thing in the Jewish I can't
What?
remember if it's in
I
like the
Forgot
Orthodox.
the name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll-
Hold up, bro.
I
I'm
don't-
gonna look this up.
Bro, that sounds suspect. You know, sorry, ma'am.
Written in the law.
Sir? Ma'am,
Listen.
I'm gonna have to suck your baby penis.
Well, I mean, it's part of their religion. It's part
To
of the
suck
religious.
the baby penis.
Yeah, I've read a few stories on that.
So-
Seriously.
looking this
So
up.
basically, you're saying that all Jews suck dick.
Baby dick.
Baby dick.
Baby dick. Little gherkin. Little baby carrot.
Well, you're saying that all Jewish people have had their dick sucked.
Dude, if you're
My
wrong
rabbi.
on this, you know how many Jewish
My
people...
rabbi.
Bro, are we? Is
So,
this real?
I think that might be
Or
worse
are
than
we
the
going
Catholic
on
Church, then.
conjecture
If that's the
again?
case, I think that's worse than the Catholic Church.
No,
Because it's legal. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, listen, I'm cutting your kid's skin off and
Sir,
I'm
I'm
sucking
going
his
to
dick.
go out on a limb and say that you're wrong.
Yeah, he's Googling the shit out of it right
He
now.
better.
Hoping he's right.
Dude,
I read articles.
Right
Articles
now,
are like
there's people
fakenews.com.
screaming at their iPods or their iPhone because they're
On the way to
listening
work.
and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yo,
If Andrew finds out about this, then he's going to be
He's
pissed.
not Jewish.
He's very Jewish.
Andrew is not Jewish.
Andrew is Jewish.
He's not.
Andrew is Jewish.
He made it very clear last week. I'm not Jewish.
And it was funny because when we got to the house, I was like, what the fuck, man? He's like, I know, dude.
Israel-
I have no idea.
Israel's chief rabbinate says oral suction at circumcision is preferred.
Preferred. That's-
Preferred.
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
It's not
dog.
mandatory.
Yeah, they don't do
No,
that
but
shit.
there are cases I've read in New York where they still practice it.
That's gross.
Yeah. So, okay. So let me explain how the circumcision is done, right? They take two hemostats and they clip it on each portion of the skin of the hood and they pull it. And then there's like a little clamp thing that clamps over it. And then you take a razor blade and you scrape that skin off and then you pull the rest of that skin that is there back down and you hit it with a little bit of like, Vaseline. And that is it. That's all. There's no reason to be sucking on a baby dick. None. This doesn't make sense.
It's in the ultra orthodox community.
Yeah. I don't know what ultra orthodox community sounds like.
That's what it says because they
sound like
reach-
the extremist of Jewish.
How many of those
Sounds
guys
like
are
they're at a
there?
Rally. They're like, man, those Jews do they took baby dick.
Man, if that got out, you'd be like,
I think I
Jews
just-
suck dick, like all the baby dicks.
I think I just invented a word. I said Jewism. I don't even.
Jewism?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Judaism?
Jewism right there, man.
Yeah.
Little
All right.
circumcision,
So it
baby
is.
dick.
There's been 17 cases of infant herpes since 2000 from it, from
Oh,
two that
Jesus.
died.
That's one a year. That's one too many.
Literally.
One a
The
year.
New York mayor, the New
It's
York
the same
health
motherfucker
official-
sucking baby dick every
Now,
year.
granted, this was last year. So-
Where'd you find this from? Is this like,
Breakmark.com.
Yeah.
MMAimports.com.
No, it's
Jiu-Jitsu Times.
Perez.com. But
Nice.
the parents have to now sign a consent form to have the
saying,
rabbi.
yeah, you can suck my baby's dick?
No.
It's not a rabbi. It's a
Mohel.
yeah, however you pronounce. Yeah, mohels to
Mohel.
use oral suction.
L'chaim.
There's no reason to be sucking.
No, don't
I just-
say
It goes
baby
back
dick.
to biblical times.
Yeah, well,
But-
they were
Well-
fucked up back then, for sure.
Welcome to 2017. We don't need that
We don't
shit.
suck baby dicks. 2017. We never did. Dog, keep that shit out.
Gross.
Man.
So
The fuck?
it's through a small number of observant communities, the practice is routine and normal. The cosmopolitan.
Okay, first off, let's go back to normal.
Well, true. Hold on. The cosmopolitan sophisticates. It may seem pretty gruesome, but after the mohel cuts off the foreskin, he uses his mouth, oral suction, rather than, say, a sponge, to effectively clear the wound on the baby's penis of blood.
Man, who said,
Least it clot and decay.
dude, who grows up saying, man, I'm gonna suck baby dicks for a living? Like, who does that, man? That's,
So
He's
see,
like,
y'all,
I
y'all
wanna
think
be
I'm
the
pulling out some
mohel.
fake news shit? No, I'm not,
I was.
It's
I don't
real.
know. It sounded
Bro.
like CNN News to me.
Yeah.
That's
real
pretty
shit.
fake to me, bro.
but hey,
Dude.
That's okay. There's also a religion that people eat other people, so definitely not normal.
true, but it's not practiced in New York. This is.
That we know of.
That
Yeah,
we
I said
know of.
it, man.
Yeah,
Could be some kind of a cult that we
Could be
don't know
Jeffrey
shit.
Dahmer and like followers, you know.
that's not legit, bro. That's disgusting. Like, there's
Dude.
like aseptic technique. There's a bunch of things you got to do. We can't.
Yeah, but bro, it's
Who's
biblical.
sucking baby dick?
It's biblical.
Oh, it says in the Bible, it's got to be
Yeah.
true.
It's biblical.
Say
Gotta
in the
do it.
Bible, man. You gotta get a baby dick and suck it.
Are
gotta
you
do it.
trying to say that the Bible's wrong, sir?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Only the King James version is right.
Yeah, which Bible we talking about?
Yeah, which one of the many that's been written? Which God are you praying to? Pick one.
The one that I.
Which
say,
translation are you using?
Allah. Dude, that's my life. I'm a little traumatized right now, honestly.
I'm
How
mad
do you think Andrew
traumatized.
feels?
Andrew's not Jewish.
Yeah,
Andrew's very Jewish, bro.
yeah,
Jesus
very
Christ.
Very
And he's a
Jewish.
lawyer.
Well,
Fits.
speaking of STDs, apparently somebody we know likes to share those STDs.
What?
Oh, sure. We just talked about that.
Oh, that's
No,
true.
we didn't really get into it.
Oh, yeah. He has herpes.
Yeah.
Likes to pass it out like Halloween.
Yeah, he
Apparently he was diagnosed in 2010 with this shit, and he has been previously sued for it. I guess
those girls know. They're like, oh, I know he has herpes. I'm gonna have sex with him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
well,
take
here's the
I'm gonna take
thing.
my chance and get my millions.
the first time he was sued for $1.1 million, and he paid. And now recently he's being sued for $20 million because the person who contracted herpes from him found out that he had herpes because of the other
Yeah,
lawsuit.
the other settlement.
So now she's like, I want $20 million because
Yeah.
you should have disclosed to me.
Well, she started at 10 million
Yeah.
when she found out that he didn't disclose. And then when she found out that she now has herpes, that's
Now
when
it's
she
20,
upped it
yeah.
to 20.
Fuck.
Yeah.
She tested positive for
She's
herpes.
That's gonna be an
these herpes worth it.
That's going to be an expensive piece of ass.
I know.
20 million, and then all you have to do is take like Valtrex. Yeah.
Is that all? Is that all it takes? Just to take Valtrex?
No, first off, it's never get cured.
Yeah,
It's not a bacteria infection. It's viral. Like, so it's never get cured. So you have to take that. That's a suppressant that stops it from popping up.
Here's the thing, too. I feel that she's also partly to blame on this because the first time that they had sex, they used a condom. Then a couple of days later, they chose not to use a condom.
Yeah,
You made that choice yourself, too.
Yeah.
You could have said, no, I want you to wear a condom.
No, I should put on a rubber, baby.
Well, she was following him because it was she performed oral sex on Usher and had sex with him while using a condom in April encounter in Atlanta. Then the pair had unprotected sex days later in New Orleans.
Exactly.
So,
So,
Thanks to the NOLA.
how about this? Here's my theory.
see what happens in New Orleans?
She found out that he had herpes, found out about the first lawsuit, and she said, maybe I could get more out of him.
If I let it burn.
Yeah, if I let it burn.
That's a shitty risk.
I know. Well, can you die from it?
Herpes?
I don't think
so.
so.
I don't think
so.
as an adult.
I think you get complications. I know if you have herpes or whatever and you have sex with somebody who has like some sort of infection like HIV or something like that, it's a lot easier to contract it because you actually possibly have open sores, so on and so forth.
Fuck.
I know all this because I had to do STD training in the Navy and I'm a hospital corpsman, so we deal with a lot of people that come to medical that
Hey, yo, doc. It
Are
burns
those
not-
Hey.
mainly the younger guys? Or
yeah, and I just tell them to hit it with shampoo, they'll be okay.
shampoo.
Just
This is like a stalactite on my dick. I was like, bro,
It's like-
head and
they're
shoulders
like, yo,
or
doc,
Selsun Blue, you'll be okay.
I was in Thailand and I had an encounter with a person that has no pronouns.
So did I tell you about the Thailand and the STD thing?
No,
No.
you may have said something about it a while back.
I know I was talking about Thailand. I told you about the fight over there. so
you just talked about the fight, not the. Not
oh,
the
the STD
fight?
thing. Okay, so this is what's up, right? Now at this time I wasn't a corpsman. I was working in the engineering department, and I was an undesignated fireman, right? And but I was striking to become a corpsman. So basically, what it was is I was tired of working in the hot heat with all those hours, and I saw the people chilling in the AC over medical, and
Yeah.
I wanted to do that. So part of my day would be going over to medical and learning how to become a corpsman. Well, before each time that we go onto shore, we get a brief of the area, and we went to Phuket, Thailand, and they said, "Hey, listen, guys, we got a couple ground rules here. One, you guys already heard about in previous podcasts. Don't fight with the locals. Don't do Muay Thai matches. You'll go to captain's mass. You know, this is what they do. They'll fuck you up, damaging government property, all that jazz. And two, do not have sex with the locals. 80% of them have AIDS or HIV, and the other 20% have shit that we don't even know what the fuck it is or have a cure for.
Worse than
So
AIDS.
Don't do it. So there's always one in the bunch. There's a couple of people, I'm sure, but there's one guy. His name is Ferguson.
Turd?
Well, I'm not going to go into his full name or anything like that. You got to realize this is like
Yeah.
18, 19 years ago. 18, 17
Let's
years
call
ago.
him Turd Ferguson.
Yeah.
So, Ferguson was a special character. He was Seaman Ferguson. He was undesignated. He worked in the deck division. Or actually, no, I think he worked in race division. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. And he had like he had like water in the brain or whatever that is, hypocilio, or I forget what the name is. Anyways, but he was a little slow. And he went out there to Thailand and decided he was going to get laid. And he got laid. Ferguson was like, I don't know, 6'7", big old head and all kind of awkward.
Oh, shit.
Hi, I'm Ferguson. And, of course, I had to punch his bore. So when he came back to medical, I was like,
What
hey.
does that mean, punch his board?
Means I had to take a Q-tip.
I figured.
I had to stick it into his pee hole and I had to like twist it
His
and
urethra.
jam it all the way. Yes, it's urethra. All the way up in there, pull it out, and put it on a slide and send it in. But we didn't send it there. We did lab there.
Yeah, it's just like when they give you a flu test when they stick the
But-
swab in your
It's
Yeah,
like
but
urethra.
it goes in your dick.
It's in your
Yeah.
penis.
Wah.
It's-
He was like, sound like water boy. Burns.
Why you put it in my dick hole?
Does it go in with like some sort of solution?
No,
Or
dry as fuck.
Oh
It's a tiny.
my God.
It's not like a big Q-tip like that. It's a tiny
Hey,
little
man,
Q-tip, but man, bro.
Nothing goes that way.
Wow.
Believe it or not,
Stick
you're not
anything in
right
your pee
there.
hole? No bueno.
There's guys who like that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that shit.
Freaks.
So, good news. He wasn't infected.
Nice.
But I had
Bad
to do that
news is
shit.
you had to stick a swab. in
Bad
his
news
dick.
is I had to punch fucking Ferguson's
Dick hole.
little dick hole.
Did you guys become closer after that?
No. So in the enlisted rooms or in berthings, the racks are three tall and right across from each other. So those little things. And he was actually right below me. I was in the middle rack. He was in the bottom rack.
Ooh.
And he would fucking piss me off every morning because every time I try to get out, his mumbly ass is down there like fucking with his little locker or whatever, and I can't get out of my rack because his is right below mine. I'm like, come on, Ferguson, move it, dude. Like, people gotta go to work. All you have to do is throw on some coveralls, man. Get the fuck on.
Yeah,
Go shave your face.
the hard part was already done. You already put that Q-tip in his dick.
Yeah.
Now I had to stomp on his ass.
Yeah, you should have.
He was a silly dude.
He was your friend. No. After that, Art's like, motherfucker, you ain't my friend.
No, but I always thought it was
I
funny
have to
though.
put
Like,
a
there'd be
Q-tip
a
in your
girl that
pee
came
hole.
on the ship and he'd be like, hi, my name's Ferguson. Hi.
Was he retarded?
Pretty slow, for sure.
Dude, I've seen shit like that, man.
That's crazy.
Dude, you got guys.
We called him Fergie.
So let me get this right. They're banning transgenders from the military, but they let a retard in.
Officially, he's not retarded.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's not, but you still
He's
got
probably
people
like a
who's
Forrest Gump type
questionable.
situation, but without all the like attributes that Forrest Gump had. Like he couldn't run fast,
Carried
you know.
a lot.
couldn't carry a lot.
Had that retard strength.
He he wasn't in the right place in the right time.
You got people who are just like, how the fuck they get in?
I was asking that. We had a guy named Miguelaccio in my
Miguelaccio.
man.
Miguelaccio in my boot camp,
Cousin.
and Miguelaccio had one leg shorter than the other.
Oh,
And I don't know if you know anything about the military, but we had to march. And to march, you had to be in cadence. And Miguelaccio, about 3 steps into our fucking march, God damn it, Miguelaccio, get in step. Come on. He'd fuck it up. So when it came to drill time, which means that we'd have to do pass and review, like so do all these crazy formations and circle and present ourselves. Miguelaccio all of a sudden had watch at the fucking barracks. I'm just saying, he was not part of it. Never got it right the whole fucking time we were in boot camp.
Well, he was out of time. He couldn't get the timing right.
Couldn't get the timing right. He had a chink in his chain, you know what I mean?
Put like a little extra
So
soul
does
on the
he get
bottom
like
of
his
his boot.
dress blues customized? You know?
Listen, man, I don't know how that fucker made it. I do know that we had a guy that like pissed himself every single night.
What?
Every single night he'd piss himself.
That's crazy.
And then
Wow.
and then he would be standing there in the morning like so tired because he was like trying to stay awake all night so he didn't pee himself.
That's
What the
dumb.
fuck?
Just go to sleep. Clean
Yeah.
yourself
He
in the
doesn't want a
morning.
UTI.
Listen, man.
Just sleep in a warm bed.
He ended up getting like one morning we woke up and his shit was gone.
So he got.
He got booted. You can't
Oh,
piss
man.
yourself. You can't piss yourself at night.
So you obviously saw the whole transgender banning on the news and all that shit. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't really care.
Because you are in the military.
Yeah, I was at one point, but yeah.
You were. I'm sorry. I stand corrected.
Yeah, I don't really care, man. I just don't think it's fair that, I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit torn on it. I'm not speaking for the military by any means, for sure. I don't care if anybody does go through that process. I just don't think that, like, you should go through that process while in the military. Like, if you did that before you joined the military, yeah, cool. Okay. But, like, if you're in the military and you're, like, using medical and all that stuff to go through your transgender process, which is 18 to 20 months, you have to be in non-deployable status and you have to be at a short command or something like that. I mean, it's not really fair that you can get all these, like, medical breaks for an elective for fucking 2 years where I'm busting ass covering down, you know? I don't know.
So if somebody went in already, done their transition,
Yeah.
and they're whatever they are at the time, you know, switching from man to woman or woman
Yeah,
to
I don't
man,
see how that's an issue as long as they can do the work.
right?
You know?
As
As long as you can do the work, that's all I care about. And, like, if you're leaving other people hanging, that's when I think that you're a danger to the team or that you're not pulling your weight.
But you have to be able to do the same work.
The same
as
work.
everybody else.
Yeah,
those
for
were
sure.
my thoughts. You know, I saw that.
What did Trump say? Trump said something about
He also said that it would cost the military a lot of money.
yeah, and they're just trying to argue about we spend more money in Viagra in the military than we do than we would anywhere close to it. I'm like, yeah, I get that argument, but it really is apple to oranges because the amount of money that's spent on Viagra. Okay, so first off, sexual health is actually an important thing that people need. Like, you know, we make jokes about herpes and all that stuff, but sexual health is something that's super important to have, like, a strong mental status, like spiritual health, physical health, sexual health. These are all, like, things that humans need. Like, it's not a dirty taboo subject. It really is just what it is. It's just like we're built and driven and made that way. Now, a guy who's under 40 or 40 and under that has ED for some whatever reason, a medical legit reason,
Yeah.
like, you know, and is trying to improve, like, their sex life or whatever, or for their wife or family or whatever it may be, or maybe they're trying for a kid. Yeah, they need Viagra. But someone who's like, well, I don't identify as a male anymore and I want to become a female, or vice versa, you know, probably more male to go to female because it's so extensive. You know what I mean? Unless they're, like, creating a phobia. I don't know. Anyways, I just don't think it's fair. I think it's a double standard.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Like, me as an average, like, normal dude, like,
well, looking
you
at
know.
those numbers too, though, for like the medicine, they pointed out Viagra and some other medication. But I mean,
Probably Cialis,
yeah,
probably some
knowing
shit.
the DoD though, I mean, like, do you think it would cover more than just the service members themselves?
As far as
Like the pricing for that? Because I feel like they can't just be for all service members, you know? There has to be like.
talking about as far as our transgender, or
No,
talking about for
talking about the
Viagra?
whole Viagra, like the money cost it cost the DoD.
Oh fuck, man, I don't
that
know.
can't just be service members, man.
Oh, that for sure. That's dependents too,
You know,
for
dependents.
sure.
I think even like some VA get their medicines through the bases,
For
so that has to be
for sure, it's dependents.
because they kind of hide that
VAs.
though. You know, they try to say, "Oh,
Yeah, they're skewing the numbers, and you can skew the numbers anyway for anything. And the same thing goes with like I said, I don't care if they're transgender or anything like that, or in the military. I just think, like, you should do that surgery before you join the military. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, it's like a boob job. I mean, you can't do that. Like it's like you said, elective
you,
surgery.
yeah, you can do that in the.
You
in
can,
the
but they won't pay for it.
I don't know about that.
The military won't pay for it unless like it's apparently necessary.
Yeah, I think, like, maybe if, like, you're lopsided or, like, you have cancer or
Or you
something
just
like that,
want it.
they do. But I'm pretty sure that there were some females that were getting breast augmentation at the hospital that I worked at. Because a lot of the doctors, they get a lot of their training. A lot of those hospitals are training hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting their plastics training while they're there. So I think, like, you know, it's a
Cut
case
a
by
deal.
case. But yeah, I think I think they were allowed to do elective style. You're allowed to do elective style stuff for
Yeah.
sure. But, like, the whole transgender process is a very, very long process. And it's not just the hormones. It's the surgeries, the recovery from the surgeries. There's a lot to it.
Don't they even need like a? I mean, you probably don't know, but I kind of looked at it before. I don't know how I came across it, but there's actual coaches that teach you how to talk for the.
And how to talk. Yeah, I believe
What do
it.
you mean
for
talk?
for like because you know like if you're feminine, you're gonna sound a little bit different than a male. They actually have like coaches that kind of help you talk for that voice. Dude,
So
it's
are they trying to help
serious.
you change the pitch of your voice?
Pretty much like trying to help you talk in that.
Your
For what
pitch,
gender you
your
are, yeah.
cadence.
Because you know, like for a guy, we're gonna sound different than a female.
Right.
And likewise, you know, vice
Well,
versa.
it's
They
based
actually
on-
have,
It's basically
they
a
have, like,
different
speech
pitch. Yeah.
especially they have speech therapists to help out with that too. And I'm assuming mental counseling as well. Because you know, it's not
Yeah, you have to have
easy
mental
for someone in the
counseling,
military.
yeah.
But I mean, everybody's talking about is discrimination.
Dude, But at the end of the day, too, like, you know, how tough would it be if a trans service member was captured? Think about how much worse it could be for them.
No, I'm not even worried about that. In the end of the day, it's being ready for the mission.
Well, yeah,
that's what it really
true.
is. So, like, in the 18 months, you're not ready. There's no way you can be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're at short command, what if you get pulled? You're not ready. You're not carrying your part of the weight. Like, it's like joining the military and being diabetic. Like, I think, Chris, you mentioned that earlier when we were talking. Like,
yeah, you can't join if you're diabetic. You can't join if you have asthma.
Yeah,
flat feet, I think,
flat
is
feet.
Yep.
I mean, there's things that you can't do. So, I mean, so they can't say, you're just saying because I'm transgender or whatever.
It's one of those fights, too, that I feel like it's just because it's a Trump thing.
Pretty sure that's what it is.
You know,
Yeah, because you know what,
unfortunately,
they could have banned all transgenders from the military, and he could have not tweeted out the 3 tweets he did, and there would be a little bit of hoopla probably about it because
not as much.
but not as much.
You think there's a little bit of homophobia
No,
and all that?
No, I don't. I
But
just
not
think-
a lot of transgenders not all transgenders are,
Yeah,
Well, I
'cause
mean,
it's not
Trump
really-
Trump has a lot of
Homosexuals.
gay friends.
Does he?
I'm sure he says he does.
No, as crazy as it sounds, he was
So he says he does, so then he must.
well, no, apparently he was the first president to actually openly support LGBT before being elected president.
Yeah.
Again, it only shows so much now, but that was apparently
Now they're all turning on him because
So,
of this.
yeah.
So I think Obama was supporting the LGBT community as well. I mean, he.
in office. Yeah, he lit up the White
Yeah.
House with the pride flag.
Well, there you go. So how is Trump the first one
No,
to
they
do
said
it?
before he was president.
Yeah. Before.
You know how people they'll find some way to
I
make
got
something
you.
the first. You know, it could be like I was the first guy to walk across the street.
I
in
doubt.
July.
I doubt he's got gay friends.
I'm the first guy with the most attempted subs in the UFC.
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go.
I got the most takedowns. Useless stats.
Tyron
Did
Woodley.
you win the fight? No. but I
Tyron
got
Woodley
the-
I
got
walked
the,
the most laps around a ring while my opponent walks out.
right? Yeah, I don't know. I had some mixed feelings, but it was like, after hearing you talk, and you know what? It does make sense. However, if you're already in and you're transgender, I don't think you should get kicked out.
Yeah, I don't think you should
no.
get kicked out either.
No.
Just not take it because when people are arguing too, man. Like again, internet, you see so many arguments. Some people are going to say like, "Oh, you got people joining the military to get college," but at the same time, you can't always use your college benefits while you're in. Most of the time, it won't work that way. And still, it's just comparing something completely different. Because again, this is a health.
And this is another thing too. Is like a lot of people that's weighing in on this stuff have never been in the military. You have no idea what it's like.
Well,
We got one
You
guy.
think being away from your spouse or your friends or your family for 2 weeks is such a troublesome time. Try fucking 2 years. Try 6 months, 7 months stints. And when you come back, you're still working your ass off. You still barely get to see him.
let me ask you a question. Now that you bring that up, do you think that in order for you to be president, you should have at least 2 to 3 years of mandatory service?
So I kind of made this argument like a while ago to one of my buddies who's like super smart guy. His
Yeah.
name is Jonathan Green. Super, super smart guy. He doesn't believe so. And he made some good valid arguments, but I believe if you haven't been in a situation of like having to take orders and take commands and do that kind of stuff, even if they're an officer, I believe if you're an officer or enlisted, I think at least a 2 year or maybe even 4 year like stint is like healthy for you to understand what the military goes through. Like going through the boot camp or going through, is it OCS? OCS, right?
I did ROTC.
Or ROTC or OCS or whatever, to get that kind of training, that thinking down and knowing what you're really, really sacrificing. It's easy to be rich, born rich, have political influence because you have money, so on and so forth, and get yourself in a position, a governor or a senator or whatever, and like make all these like rules. And you've never even had to ever even follow a rule close to that. You don't know. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm one of the few people I know. Like, I genuinely think every person at the age of 18 or 21, they should do a 2-year stint in the military.
I believe you should do that to vote.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah.
Some straight like Starship Trooper shit.
Yeah. Just
You want to be a real citizen? You need to join the military.
Well,
At
the
least in
main
4 years.
reason,
2 years, 4
I
years.
feel is because, unfortunately, schools don't really teach what they used to teach now. So a lot of kids, when a lot of kids come out of high school, they're not prepared for life in any capacity. They're prepared for school. They're not prepared for life. That's it. Once you're out,
it's worse when they go straight to college.
Yeah.
And then life hits them.
yeah. So you know what? If you go to the military, you do your 2, you learn what it's like to actually have to work and keep a schedule and follow orders and do stuff like that. And honestly, I think it would be healthier for people in the long run because...
Dude, it would make a huge difference, man. Like, even for me, I did 2 years of ROTC in college. And, dude, that changed how I thought about a lot of shit.
Well, it gives you discipline. It
Dude.
teaches you discipline.
So you're accountable to stuff clearly, you know, and you kind of like, it kind of makes you learn about outside the United States issues as well.
Yeah.
Because like a whole bunch of kids nowadays, like they'll focus on bullshit issues that don't really matter much in the States. And they still matter, but, you know, like you can't really argue about how someone gets treated. Like, let's say like Mississippi has a bullshit speeding law and people are going to kind of focus on that when look at North Korea, like look at something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Learn to think outside of the U.S.
Well, this is a thing that like was brought to my attention a while ago, and you're absolutely right. So like people are really focusing on these issues that really, I mean, they're important, but they're not super important. Like topsoil, like we're running out of topsoil. What happens when we run out of topsoil, guys?
Yeah.
Can't
You can't grow any food.
Yep.
If you can't grow any food, and you have a population of how many billions of people? 3-4 billion? Now you're going to have mass starvation. Now you're going to have some issues, civil unrest, so on and so forth. So let's figure that problem out and not worry about the pronouns and social justice warrior shit.
yeah.
You need
As
to
long as
focus.
and this is another thing too, and like people like bag on America. I'm going to go to this. People bag on America, but like, oh yeah, well you had slavery. I was like, well, there's still places right now in this world
Right
that
now.
still has slavery.
Basically North Korea.
Yeah.
So still has slavery.
7 decades of what's going on right now. You know, they're not allowed to, you know, speak against the government.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
You so much as whisper anything against the government, you're dead.
Dude, they like over there, man.
Then they'll
it's cool.
snitch on each other. Their own
Yeah.
family will snitch on you.
Dude, no,
Yeah.
we're lucky that we have YouTube because we get to see North Korea without going there. Because we have people that are brave enough to actually go out there. And even like, what's funny is this one travel blog I followed.
Yeah.
It's cool because this is random like Australian guy that went out there. You had like apparently he was accused by some media outlet saying that he was like a sympathizer for North Korea, that he was paid to say all this and that. But no, you know, people are saying, "Oh, how dare you go over there and enjoy yourself out and speak out?" Bullshit. He went out there. That's brave, but he's going to speak out. He wants to come back home. And even then, like, you know, we don't know if North Korea, you know, they probably just like gave him free reign, but they probably edited his shit for all we know. They probably had to go through his shit and say, "All right, what all do you have on us?" Because, you know, clearly, if you're going over there, man, you know that you're taking a risk. Like the American that was killed over there. Well, he was killed. They say they don't know what happened to him.
Right.
But I mean, people kind of forget that, man. They think that they can go to North Korea and that they're going to protest this. Like, bullshit, you're not going to make it out alive.
It's just like
I saw this video of this North Korean woman pleading. I think he was in the United Nations to put pressure on China to cut relations with North Korea.
Yeah, like the 20-year-old that escaped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She was talking about how, you know, she escaped, but in her escaping, her mother got raped.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. It's
you know,
crazy. By North Korean soldiers?
Soldiers, yeah. And she was saying that it happens to
So
all,
often.
basically to all the women that are trying to escape. And,
Dude, again, you can go on YouTube. We can see what it's like in the daily life of a North Korean. Because, you know, partially, too, when they have tours, like, they have it, like, actors set up to make North Korea look normal. Like, they have department stores where it has a whole bunch of shit, but you can't buy it. No one can. Dude, I've even seen videos of, like, tourists. They kind of snuck away from their group. And that's really frowned upon because you can actually get arrested there for, like, being accused of being a spy. They went to a North Korean pizza restaurant. And it was so weird because it's, like, 9 o'clock at night and no one's there, minus the employees. And even then, like, they were confused that someone ordered a pizza. And dude, you can tell they were fucking confused to hell how to make a pizza.
Dude, there's been videos of them in like North Korea computer classrooms.
Yeah, dude. They got
Computers
internet.
are not on.
No, and if they are on, it's like, you know how libraries have like a local system to track the books?
Yeah.
That's their internet.
Yeah.
You're limited as to what you can see.
I think that North Korea has 7 or 8
Websites, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
They have a closed internet. Basically, the
an
government
intranet
provides.
They have.
Yeah.
You can't really do much. Then, dude, everything they do, like, and it's cool. You also have videos of people that sneak into North Korea and they'll film what real North Korea looks like. Surprisingly, you do have some regular looking people, but there's so many poor people as well. Like kids that are orphans because their parents are dead. You got kids begging for food, like by the hundreds, man.
Man, that's crazy,
Dude,
I mean,
we're lucky over here.
But hey,
when I saw
transgender.
when I saw the video, and this girl was talking about how people are trying to flee to China to basically
To get out.
escape.
Mm-hmm.
China's sending them back,
Because they have good relations
Yeah,
with
with
North
North
Korea.
Korea, they buy, dude.
and they kill them.
China's
Yeah.
the only reason why North Korea still has any kind of infrastructure,
Yeah.
globally, is because China's the only country that buys shit from North Korea.
Yeah,
What
That's
do
it.
they produce?
Coal.
I think coal. They even have a couple restaurant chains throughout the world, like in China and Dubai. I think.
Yeah.
Would it be easier for them to escape to South Korea?
That's harder though.
It's harder. You got
Why?
to try to cross
Smaller
that
border,
barrier.
It's more
Oh,
watched.
okay.
Minefields, like you got pretty much no man's land.
Yeah.
along the parallel or whatever. They
So
call
it's
it.
kind of like the Bond movie when he was in North Korea. So it's kind of like that, where the border's really small and there is a minefield.
I've never seen it, but it sounds.
No, there's pictures of it. It is a minefield, barbed wire, stuff like that. There was
Yeah.
actually, can't remember the name of the incident, but we bombed. Some U.S. sailors got killed, or not U.S. I should say U.S. service members were killed from cutting down a tree that was.
I was about to mention that, and that little army camp that's still there.
Yep.
What happened was, so they were telling North Korea, "Hey, we have a tree that's in the way of one of our outposts, our observation posts. We need to cut it down." They're like, "Don't do that, or you will pay the consequences." So they're cutting down the tree, and it was like an officer and a NCO got killed.
Yep.
Mid cutting, like some Koreans snuck through like some little ditch and killed them with their own axe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Really?
the U.S.
Yep.
did a show of force afterwards, saying, "Look, North Korea, we're going to take down this tree and we're going to do everything we can to make sure you don't mess it up this time." So we had like a big, more than a company size. It could have been a battalion, I believe. They had like Humvees, guns, engineers just to take down a tree. And they said that a war could have broken out between us and Korea. This is after the Korean War, I believe. The exact timing. And they took the tree down.
How long ago was this?
Like in the 60s.
So, okay.
So it's been a while, yeah. But you still have incidents, man. Like my dad was in Korea, part of his career in the army. And he said it was so common to have like guys sneak over and kill themselves because they're about to get caught.
It happened
Like,
in
North Korean
actually
spies.
it happened in '76.
Oh, 76, there you go.
The U.S. after they were killed. The South Korean forces, American and South Korean forces, launched Operation Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at Chris on it with the fact checking.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man, dude, like it's crazy though, the situation with Korea.
I don't want to say about damn time, but
It's about damn time. You're getting that stare.
I don't know what that means.
He means
That
he
same
wants to
stare.
ride Neon Belly on you.
Oh,
I would love to, but I can't. I can never get to that position.
It's like, you're not going to get
Hey,
there,
look,
son.
today was the day to roll with Art because he was exhausted.
He would still
He
kill
only
me.
did one backspin once on me.
He would still kill me.
Listen, if you want to roll with Art when he's pissed.
No.
Oh,
No. I saw those rolls. I was like, man, I am so glad I'm not on the map.
Hey, guess what, man? I was loving it, too.
I wasn't pissed, man. I was just irritated.
No, you were.
It's the same shit.
Dude.
No, it's not for me.
Okay, let's
Dude,
put it this way.
your
That's
face
the
is
first
the
time
same.
I've ever seen you roll angry.
I wasn't angry. I was just fucking
You
trying to
were.
get some work done.
You were fucking angry.
That dumb bitch.
Yeah. You rolled angry.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, yeah, come
No,
on.
like, you just
Bring
your
it.
face said it all, man.
Yeah. That you were not stoic in that face.
You're
not at
not.
all.
My face was twisted. What are you talking about? My face is like-
yeah.
Ah.
So we can read you by your face. You know, we know when people know when to act up and when not to, judging on how you
Well,
are.
some of us do.
And your hair.
There's,
Oh,
there's still
some.
some that's
And your
smart.
hair.
Too
Hey,
stupid.
I'll
Your hair
take that
gives it
roll
away.
every single time.
When my hair's all wild and shit.
Yeah, like that's what gives it away. That's why people know when not to act up.
My hair's wild.
Yeah.
If your hair's kind of wild, you look kind of tired / pissed. People will actually pay more attention
Listen,
that
if-
day.
Word.
Yeah.
So I gotta be
Do
more
it every
strict.
day. That's what you hear every day before class.
That's
Like,
funny.
If Art has to tell you, more than once to come over and gather around, it's not going to be good.
It just,
not.
it just kills time. I just want people to like learn more quicker.
Yeah.
It's all about numbers, reps, and time. You know what I mean? So like, if I can't provide you guys the time because nobody's paying attention, or get you guys the reps because I'm not showing it in an efficient manner, you know what I mean? It takes away from you guys. Like, it can just take 1 or 2 people that really kind of like mess it up for like the other
Oh, there's
12, 15
you know,
people
like,
in
we've got
class.
one specific person that'll do that.
25 people.
They'll be like, they'll be doing this the whole time, you know.
Oh, I saw pictures of that.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Someone's going over to the locker and checking their phone in a class. I was like,
They brought
listen,
it out to the circle, man.
brought it out to the circle?
While there was instruction, man.
Was he taking video? Because that's different.
Nah, dog. He
Who
was
did
texting on
this?
his phone.
No, at the gym?
Yeah, when there was a different instructor, dog.
Wow.
Dude,
Did they say anything?
What's up?
Did they say
I don't
anything?
know if I wasn't there. I was somebody showed me. I was like, this can't be real.
I saw the picture.
I thought it was like a kind of like a real like a quick check. Because it's different. Of course, they just do this. But when you see this, man,
But when you go to the locker and you bring your phone out,
to the circle,
it's
I mean,
like, come on, man.
See, I don't mind if guys are taking pictures or
Yeah, yeah.
videos. I mean, that's
I
cool.
understand
I like
the video
that.
is different.
Especially like if there's instruction, you want to take video of the instruction so you can remember for later. I actually really dig that. I really dig it when people bring out their notebooks, and I have quite a few guys that have notebooks and just like pages and pages of legit shit written, you know?
Yeah, there's some of us
Yeah, but
that-
don't be texting while there's instruction going on.
especially a guest instructor, man.
Yeah, that's just bullshit.
dude.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to learn anything if you're texting?
Well, that's
In class.
disrespect.
Cause I mean, like my thing too.
Yeah,
man,
I mean, I understand if you have an emergency. If you
You
do,
step off the mat.
step off the mat,
Make a
going
phone
to
call, yeah.
the office area or the lobby when you come in.
But taking your phone in the circle is like basically telling the instructor, "Look,
Fuck
I've got
you."
something more
Attention's not
important,
here.
more
Yeah,
important
'cause, like,
than you."
and it's crazy because we get some quality instruction here, man. Like, there's other gyms you don't get what we get out here. We're spoiled.
Bro, a lot of gyms just get an hour. We get
Yeah.
2.
Yeah,
2 hours with a whole bunch of space, and we're not really barred from any technique, which is the best part.
Speaking of heel hooks, that's what you're speaking about, ain't it?
Yeah,
Or just leg entanglements, period, I
Yeah,
think.
man.
I think-
knee bars.
dude, that's one thing that I'm lucky about that we get to do all this here.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm trying to make it. I don't know. I'm pretty passionate about it. So
There's a promotion now that actually banned twisters. It's only for brown and black belts and nogi.
What?
Yes.
oh really? Because I just
Somebody
twisted
get
the shit
messed
out.
up?
So I don't know why they did that, man, but they. it's
Who
only
did
for-
this?
Can I name a name?
No, there's a what?
For which
There's an organization that
Promotion.
has banned them.
Because band twister is only for brown and black belts and
Just
nogi.
what is it?
what's promotion?
Grappling Industries.
Oh, out in Melbourne?
No, on the stateside one.
Oh,
They
okay.
just banned it for the rules. Because what's weird is they did like a second
It's not fair.
for the
Just
year.
kidding.
Yeah, no, they banned no or heel hooks are now only at brown and black too, I believe. It was legal in the gi for a while, but they're like, no, we're not going to do that.
Hmm.
We're saying it's dangerous. I'm like, but so is an armbar. So is a
So is
Kimura,
Americana.
That's crazy though, man. Like,
I'm gonna go back to this.
Fucking twist.
You have to have an honest conversation with yourself. You have to have an honest conversation with your students. What are you there to do? Are you there to like, your goal is to break somebody or tap them?
Dude, people in the
Granted, when they
comments
tap
call it out.
quick or whatever, like, you know, you're unscathed. It's fine. You played murder. It's cool. But they don't know. Don't tap quick. Yeah, it's the risk you take. It's like how Boogie kind of really said it best when he said, you know, people don't think of grappling like as fighting. He's like, I can kill you with my fighting. I can kill you with,
Mhm.
you know, I can maim you and you never walk right again or hold a pencil right. You know what I mean? I can do these things with my style of fighting. And I believe that to be true. So in the end, what are we learning? We're learning how to fight.
You're learning how to
Via,
kill people.
via be a sport or self-defense or whatever your goal is. You're not doing it to like, if you weren't learning to do this to fight, you should go take Taibo or fucking
Cardio kickboxing. and
cardio kickboxing or fucking, you know,
You could die. If somebody puts you in a choke
doesn't let you go.
and doesn't let you go, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, my thing too, though, if you're paying to compete, you know that there's a risk already there. You wouldn't have to sign a waiver if there was no risk at all, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, to me, it's kind of stupid that they're banning this. And, like, people in the comments are calling them out and like, yo, dude, has anything happened? They're like, no, people just don't really go for it. I'm like, fuck it, then don't ban it. Just, so what?
So people don't go for it. We're gonna ban it.
Yeah,
That
man.
makes dick all sense.
Dude, that's unfortunately that mentality that's still alive. Like, Jiu-Jitsu Times article on Eddie saying that no gi is better for a spectator sport than gi jiu-jitsu.
It's just true.
And, you know, exactly. He's not saying that gi is trash. He's just saying that for people that don't really know jiu-jitsu, they'll have a better time watching no
I
gi.
read a couple of comments and I stopped because it turned into a fucking gi versus no gi situation.
Which is a very
As
tired,
it always does.
it's a very tired.
It's like, come on,
argument.
man.
Very stupid
There's
debate.
people that prefer gi, and there's other people that prefer no gi. What difference does it fucking make?
Yeah, they turned
You
one
do
comment-
whatever. You do the one that you like.
Yeah, they turned that one comment into something else. And
Yeah,
it's just
it
because
was
Eddie made it.
stupid. Yeah.
Had it been someone like, let's say Henner said that, they're like, oh yeah, I totally agree with this guy. But no, it's
This
because
guy.
like that guy, the Jiu-Jitsu Alex Jones, that flat earther said this, and they're gonna talk trash about him. Like, that's stupid, man. Just let it be. And of course, you got these idiots, man.
There's room for everybody.
Yeah.
Gi, no gi,
Because they're trying to say that the whole sport of jiu-jitsu would get ruined like judo and this and that.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean, the cool thing about jiu-jitsu, we're like one of the few sports that you have multiple options. I mean, like right now, there's actually it's something called the World Games. It's like the Olympics, and they have basically the sports the Olympics doesn't have.
Nice.
So every time the Olympics picks up a sport, they try to pick up another one. And guess what's in there? Jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
And this was in in Poland, I believe, this year. It's going to be in LA next year, I believe. But they had jiu-jitsu on there, man, like grappling jiu-jitsu, Nuwaza.
So you have countries representing.
Yeah, like everywhere. It's just like the Olympics where a whole bunch of countries are going at it. I just saw this through a random friend request I got on Facebook from somebody.
Oh wow!
Like
Where?
some random Brazilian guy, I think, tried to add me, and I was looking at his photos. I was like, "What is this? I've never seen this fight promotion." I read closer. It was called the World Games, and that was really cool.
Kind of like the Hunger Games.
Hunger for submissions, man.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
pretty cool, man. They had multiple belts.
That the comments lost me when the guy said the essence of jiu-jitsu is wearing a gi, and it'll always be the essence of jiu-jitsu. I'm like,
we totally see
up.
dudes training at jousting nowadays, right?
Yeah. Nice horse, buddy.
I mean, who gets to decide what the essence of jiu-jitsu is?
Dick riders.
Well, I guess that's not going to be me then.
Dude, like it's just stupid, man. You got guys that they're fit alive from the beginning, and they just buy that.
Look, I like no gi because it's cooler. Like, I can't feel the fan when I'm wearing a gi. I can feel a fan on me when I'm wearing no gi.
Rash
That's
guards are
right.
cheaper and look cooler than a gi as well.
Yeah.
Now you're just being biased.
Hell yeah, I am.
Well, there's been some, trust me, I've seen a few gis. Now, granted, the outside of the gi, they all look the same. But then I've seen some with the inside of the jacket, some of the
I
designs.
got one that has like a samurai design inside.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? That is
Or
pretty
show your
sweet.
roll, the Jordans of gis.
I have one. It's in my closet.
Hey,
Hasn't been worn in how many years?
Close to 2.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about selling it, man.
You should.
So what
It's
is it?
vintage.
No, man, you should show up to class when I wear your gi. I'll wear mine.
I don't.
Dude.
I think it'll be a little snug right now.
I
I think I have exceeded its maximum weight limit.
See, mine will be loose because I bought mine whenever I was a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So I think
Oh, yeah.
it'll fit.
Yeah, I got
I just never like the thing I like, though, is I don't have to worry about my belt and my jacket when I'm rolling
that's
anymore.
the best part, man.
All right, so here's the deal. I have an A2 Army Green
Oh, I remember that one.
show your roll.
Dude, you can make money with that. I sold my whole collection for like $1,000. I only had 6 gis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just show your rolls?
Just show your rolls, man. And I sold them. I was like, I'm not using this right now.
Wow.
I have one left in my rotation for show your roll, but it's not open, and I might sell it one day.
So here's the deal. If you want it, hit me up. Make me an offer.
That'd be like sneakerheads, but it would be like called gi heads.
Dude, show your roll did a release. It looked like some Michael Jordan shoes. People went fucking ape for them because they had like they call it elephant print. It's like on the Jordan 3s, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The cements.
Yeah,
They did that
of
in the
course.
gi. People
Duh.
went crazy over that gi.
There's a pair of Spizikes right now out that have the
cement.
elephant print on
Yeah.
them.
Spizikes?
People
Yeah.
went crazy. It's
So
a
like
Spike Lee shoe.
Oh.
Spike Lee Jordan collab.
Yeah.
Again, this is a money industry.
I was going a different angle.
Hey,
Well, go ahead. Go through your angle.
No. Sounds racist now.
dude, people go crazy for it, man. Like, the gi market. If you hopped on it 5 years ago, you could be a company like them. You got a few.
I only got one.
I got to show you a rash guard too. It's crazy.
Man, I want to say I got like 3 or 4 geese in my closet. I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of all of them, but I definitely sell.
Hey, man, that show your roll will make you some money.
I will sell that show your roll.
Do
for
they
the
not
right
make 'em
price.
anymore?
No, show your rolls. Okay, so
it's
show
the
your
limited
roll-
version.
Yeah, they're really smart with.
No,
their
I mean,
releases.
does show your
They don't
roll
make it.
not?
No, they do
exist
limited
anymore.
release.
No, they
still
do.
exist. But the thing is, you go to their website, they don't have any geese for sale.
No,
Oh,
Right
they
okay.
only
now-
put like a limited amount of geese out
Every
every
time.
time.
And they have a
Gotcha.
membership package called Guma, and they get exclusive releases. And dude, it's people, they sell it within minutes. Like the only 2 show rolls right now that you can really get access to is Art of Jiu-Jitsu, owned by the Mendez Bros, or ran by them. They have a show roll key made for them. It doesn't say show roll like all the other ones, but you can easily get it. Then Aruka, RVCA, they have a show roll release that's in stock right now on their website. But give it a month, dude, it's going to be sold out. But even their belts, people go crazy for them. and rash guards and hoodies. It's a smart business model, man.
Well, I got that A2. Hit me
There
up.
you go. And that's a good size, man.
A2.
People will buy it.
A2.
It's a good size to sell, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm still kicking around the idea. One day I'm gonna come to class with my gi on and be like, hey, I hear
Just
you guys
do
do jiu-jitsu. Because we get so many new people around now. Hell, I could just show up and they'll be like, who's this
Hey,
guy?
man, I'll say this: gi pants are becoming popular now over there.
Yeah.
JSL, he
boy,
got some.
Dude, he got some nice ones.
He says he likes them a lot. I
They're
told
not
him I was
like
like,
regular gi pants though.
that's what I told him. I said,
Material.
send me the ones you got. Let
To
me check
me,
them.
they're a little constricting. You know,
He said these aren't. And if JSL's bigger than both me and you, and he said they weren't.
But he's used to wearing like long pants to roll though sometimes.
yeah, I prefer
Or shorts all the way,
I
man.
prefer the shorts.
Dude,
Man.
Yeah, he
I
did have
do-
gi pants on today actually when I rolled with him.
I do like the shorts, but the only thing is I hate rolling with some people that they won't wear like fight shorts. They wear
like-
just
like
like the
basketball.
basketball shorts and everything.
I hate
And
that.
dude, every time
I
you're
get
trying
caught,
to,
yeah.
you get caught. You just
You
get
feel
caught in all
their
that
penis?
excess fabric. It's like, god damn.
Dude, no, it sucks, man.
And I don't want to just try to blast through the fabric
Dude,
because
well, you're lucky. I don't get caught. I pull their pants down.
Cramp.
You all right, buddy?
Got a cramp
Oh no.
where's that at?
in my leg.
Okay.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
Oh,
Is his calf raised?
his foot's like trying to touch. His toes are like trying to touch his shin.
Oh, fuck.
This is what happens when you drink a lot of coffee and not enough water.
Water.
And you rolled and trained, and
Here, hold on. I'll get you some water sent up.
it's all good. It's all good.
It's
I got you.
bad when the guy that relieves you cramps gets a cramp.
Yeah, dude, I know exactly what to do. My guys get hit with cramps because we train hot, right? So I
Dude,
know.
I love it when Art gets my cramps. Like the other day, I had a really bad one, man. Art came to the rescue.
What did he do?
He was like, "Ah,"
Yeah, I'm
what?
just like,
Push the toes to his nose.
dude, I was like cussing bad. I was cussing bad this last one I had, but Art came to the rescue.
That's his job. He's coach.
Dude, it's great. You're like, oh my god.
Dude, cramps suck. They're some of the most painful things.
So
sometimes.
question
that,
for you,
Jim.
Chris.
Yo.
When are your parents coming down?
I don't know. I'll hit them up when we're done with the podcast. They'll see the one.
Kiss.
They're in Italy right now.
Oh,
What?
nice. Because I want to get your mom's professional opinion on the whole Under Armour thing.
Okay.
Because their stock went down another 30%.
Or do you have stock in Under Armour or something?
I do.
I'm looking at.
He's
I'm
wearing a
wanting
Under
to
Armour
buy
shirt
it
right now.
because they fell from $26 to like 20,
Yeah.
Yes.
and they're projecting it to go down to 17. So Deutsche Bank is saying sell, but
It's too late
I'm
to
hearing
sell.
buy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm hearing. It's like
That's
okay,
I guarantee you. That's probably what she'll tell you. She'll tell you to wait until it hits 17 and then buy.
yeah.
She's a firm believer in that it's going to come back up, and it may come back up. It may not come back to where it was, but
It'll more than what you bought
it'll
it for,
come.
man.
It should come back up from 17.
They need to come out with some fresh designs and like some new products.
Well, they need to-
they had the whole rash guard, with the WWE icons.
Oh, wow, I didn't know
and,
that.
And those were selling like hotcakes.
Well, those the superhero.
The alter ego,
Yeah,
those
this-
ones too. I have the Batman one, but they had the WWE ones, and you went to Dick's Sporting Goods, you saw them, and a day later they were all gone.
Yeah.
Well, right now, too, man, if you can't hop on it because football season's coming up, now's their time to shine.
I don't care about football.
No,
Hey,
but a lot of
their customer
kids,
base,
a lot of their kids, and
the athletes that wear it, man.
yeah,
pro,
but you'll have a
college, high
lot
school.
of because we've got Pop Warner around here and stuff, and a lot of kids you'll see full Under Armour kits. Basically, the kids are they're in the socks, they're in the pants, they're in the
dude,
rash guard.
every single thing.
Because you're wearing something underneath those pads. Because if not, it's just
Yeah, you're
it's gonna
stupid.
rip the skin gone.
Well, a while back they had that issue with the hunters killing a bear with their bare hands, and they were sponsored by
Yeah,
by
they
Under Armour.
legally harvested a bear.
Right, and they got a lot of flack over it.
Yes, they
because
did.
they were sponsoring. Do you think that had anything to
I
do with?
think that had a huge thing
Yeah,
to do
with
with
some
it.
people. Like, think of Nike with Michael Vick. He had
Oh,
shoes at the time.
bro,
They went through
yeah.
that. So, I mean, it's a cycle, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna wish Michael Vick harm or anything like that, but
Fuck that guy. Yeah,
But it's one of those issues like that, man. I mean, and then it doesn't help that,
dog
like,
fighting.
Well, I know.
Oh,
it doesn't help that,
Yeah,
like,
I don't know if you noticed yesterday, but yesterday I had my anti-dog fighting shirt on. It's like my pit bull won't fight, but I will.
Yeah.
Like that. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know.
yeah. I mean, fuck. I
I every time I hear something about dog fighting and shit, I just picture my dog. I said bait dog.
Oh yeah,
Because
man.
I have a tiny dog. If somebody ever took my dog and did that to it, man, I don't know what the fuck I'd do.
Oh, I know what I do.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't want to say it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because
Allegedly.
they'd be premeditated.
That's premeditated. I'm just saying I'd be so distraught I might black out and wake up on my floor like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
So-
stuff like that.
Why is there blood all over me?
And then another thing too, Under Armour, they released a lot of slack from the sneakerheads with the Steph Curry shoes. They look like the kind of shoes you see someone at a nursing home wear with their scrubs.
Talking
Yeah.
about
Not
a
stylish
nurse.
at all.
Yeah, they look
nurse,
like Under Armour nurse shoes.
cooks, caterers. It doesn't look that great, man. And especially with basketball, you can't release like a basic looking shoe because people
Stop being a basic bitch. Under Armour.
flashier, the more you're gonna sell, man.
Yeah, but on the flip side though, granted Nike's been in the game a long time. Nike could release just plain ass shoe.
Nike shares are $59 a piece.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the logo too, though. Under Armour, people don't. That's not the check mark
No, it's not a check mark, but it's
It's
been
cool.
around for a bit. But I really think they fucked up when they
for that
when
market,
they
though. It's not the coolest.
started
thing,
going political.
Yeah, that as
me?
well.
Oh, thank you.
No.
No, the rest of us aren't cramping, so we're good.
No, I had a banana. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Don't be giving them all our bananas. Damn, he already stole one on his way up here.
I did. So that's good looking out right
I
there.
like
Thank
her.
you.
Yeah, she keeps me in check and gives me shit constantly. That's why I give all y'all shit. I have to try to sling it
He
somewhere.
wants to
'Cause-
give it back somehow.
yeah, because if I try to sling it her way, she's just like, "Fuck you."
She's like, I wear the pants
Yeah.
around here, motherfucker.
Nah, me.
Word.
Word.
Thank you,
Amanda.
But
So,
don't
I mean,
don't throw
She
your
brought me
hat in the
water.
political spectrum if you're a
It's pretty
business,
dope.
unless you just
Yeah.
want to get shit on.
Yeah, you want to be apolitical so that you don't lose any customers.
Yeah.
well, you were talking earlier about Target and how they did the same shit, talking about throwing their hat into the political
Yeah,
field.
they threw their hat into the political field with the transgender bathrooms, and their stock took a shit.
and not wanting Republicans at their stores.
Yep. Well, that was
That was
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Oh,
Starbucks went really against something. He released a statement something about like if you believe in traditional marriage, then we don't want your money kind of thing, which is fine. If I believe everybody has the right to get married. I don't care if they're woman man, woman whatever. That's cool.
Listen, if the Republicans' money had Chinese symbols, then I'd be like, okay, I get it. They
Yeah.
don't want their money.
Yeah.
But it's just as green as anybody else's.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Dude, it's one of those dumb battles nowadays. Because they assume if they attack one group, people from the other are going to come flocking to you with their money.
Look,
It didn't work that way, man.
my dad, he is he's a Republican. He
Proud to be a
Yep.
Republican.
he would, I guarantee. As a matter of fact, I know for sure he'd hit Starbucks twice a day.
Fucking Canadians.
Okay. So now that they went that route, my dad's a firm believer in
Pura Bean.
no. He's a
Okay.
capitalist. So cool. You don't want my money. I will be more than happy to
To give
give
it
my
to
money to somebody else.
Yeah.
He has not.
Donuts.
Yeah, he has not visited a Starbucks in over a year, and
I
he'll
haven't
take
either.
it. He'll take it if you want a Starbucks. He'll go, sure, I'll take you to get a Starbucks.
But
you know?
it ain't gonna be my money.
Yeah, but he's not going to buy anything from Starbucks. I haven't bought anything from Starbucks in a pretty good stretch.
Me
the
too.
only time I have is when I've been down at the town center, and that's because that's the only little coffee shop there in the town center when I'm with her.
then you are supporting them.
Yeah,
Barely.
That
Fag.
one time.
that one time. But the thing is, okay, my dad's not an extremist though. He's
Yeah.
just your average guy who
With a kick-ass holster.
who just has gotten tired of being told that he's this, he's that. And
Yeah.
So he's the majority of people nowadays. So if he's just one dude that's not going to Starbucks twice a day anymore for over a
imagine how
year,
many more.
imagine how many more now are just going, fuck you. Cool. Imagine how many more
And if I
finally
do
figured
go,
out.
I'm carrying my gun in there. You
Yeah.
don't know it.
Well, guess what? I can make
Tell me what I
that
can do
same cup
now.
of coffee. I can actually make a better cup of coffee
Yeah.
for like $1.50.
Or you can even support a local business.
Yeah.
And
Like
Pura
Pura
Beans.
Bean.
Pura Beans. There you go. Get the
Bold
growlers.
beans.
I know you like Bold Bean.
Bold bean.
Bowl Beans good. Brew.
Are they local or are they a chain too?
No, they're local.
Local, baby.
They're local.
All
Although we
Them-
have 2 locations. They have one over at the beach and one in Stockton.
Then you got Brew that's in
Of
5
Stockton?
points.
hmm And Brew carries Bold bean.
Yep.
Beans.
Hey, how's Cool News Cafe?
Never
Good.
been there.
It's good.
Cool News?
Yeah.
Dude, like whenever I go to use a bathroom somewhere, I have to buy something. I can't just walk in and walk out.
Yeah.
I thought that I bought some espresso, but espresso
Sheldon.
is supposed to taste
There's
good.
a little coffee shop that we went by my place. What's that called?
Grinder.
Oh, okay. Their coffee was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Grinder,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
app.
that's an app.
Yeah.
They
Ain't
spell it the same
nothing
way?
wrong
Yeah.
with a little bump and grind.
And always remember, folks, if you're gonna get a grinder, always get a burr grinder. Don't get a blade grinder.
A what?
Burr. You want to grind your coffee with a burr grinder.
What is that?
It takes burrs and it grinds the coffee instead of a blade that just chips it. So you get a more consistent
Yeah.
grind instead
More
of blade.
fine.
Well, no, because the one I've got downstairs, you can adjust it all the way to big to all the way to espresso, but it's just a better grinder all around.
Ooh,
That's what all y'all's coffee came from earlier.
that was great coffee, by the way.
Thank you, by the way. That was excellent coffee, and thank you for the food.
Trust me, we needed it.
Because we were starving.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Marvin.
tank was empty.
Man,
No,
that
bro, I'm
cake
still on
was
empty.
so good.
Do you need something else?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm about
Or
to
you
shoot
just-
out here pretty soon. I got.
Yeah, I was about to say we're sitting at 107.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's break it down, guys. Hey, it was great. We love you. Sponsors.
Go ahead. Give
Yeah,
a shout
do it.
out.
do you
X
think?
Training. Again, Fast Road Fitness Quitting Knees.
Black
Lean
Eye
Impact
Tattoo.
Nutrition. Lean Impact Nutrition. Macro Coaching. And pre-made food for you. Super dope. Tastes super tasty. Black Eye Tattoo. Love my boy Nick Wagner. Thank you for everything you do. Did I forget me? Cryo Jacks.
Miggy, you give a shout out to your sponsor.
Yo, shout out to my sponsor, Amazing Benefits Package, medical, housing, food, tournament entry. It's awesome.
Great. Also, before we wrap up, this is basically a redo. This last hour. This is going to be episode 39. We did a 3-hour long podcast. We had a little issue with static, so we're redoing it. So in the previous episode, Taylor Bradshaw was here. And basically, we just want to remind people she is fighting on August 12th in Daytona for the Breakthrough promotion. And then also on September 3rd for the Combat Night promotions, possibly. Yeah, she still doesn't have an opponent at Mavericks at the Landing. So if you want to follow her, it is Taylor Bradshaw MMA on Instagram and Taylor Bradshaw on Facebook.
Look for the fighter.
Yeah,
Look
fighter
for-
in the biography.
That's right. And don't be sending no creepy pictures, people.
She'll
Should
beat
kick
you
your
up.
ass.
That's right. And also, as always, make sure that you go to our website, lrtlk.com. If you do any Amazon shopping, we do have a banner that you can click on, log on to your account, and just shop away. For every purchase that you make, Amazon gives us a little referral bonus. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just a little referral back to us. All right, guys. Anyway, this is episode 39. We're not going to record one next week, but this will be the one that we put out next week because I'll be in Puerto Rico.
And you'll know because you'll be listening to it and he'll be saying it.
Puerto Rico.
Enjoy the trip to the homeland, bro.
Mi gente, I'm coming home. And we have generators that we stole from Chris.
Enjoy those. They're good.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Ready? Hey, think you could tell us what to do? You think you could tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down! Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a break, boy. Yeah, that's a break, little man. Break it down. Degeneration. Degeneration. You think you can tell me what to do? Know who you're talking to? Well, you better get used to the way the war back. I see what you got, it measures in ounces. But that's a break, boy. Yeah, that's a break, little man. Break it down. Degeneration. Degeneration. Think you're a big man? I'll treat you like you're a little man. you can tell me what to do? You know who you're talking to? Just stop wanting me to be someone else. Read like a book on a shelf.